Thanks for joining us on Local Flavor. I'm Deborah Anderson, and I'm at the beautiful Oscar's restaurant in downtown Hoxie. And here with me is Jennifer Dardis.
Hello.
What are we making today, Jennifer?
Today we're just making a basic blueberry muffin with a streusel top.
That sounds like a meal,
Yes.
not a snack.
Well, it's a nice breakfast.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see what we got to start with.
Well, we're going to do, we're going to start with 2 cups of flour. And then we're going to add about 3/4 cup of sugar.
It seems like all muffins and cupcakes start with this.
Yes, then we have 3 teaspoons of baking powder, which is quite a lot.
It is.
And then we have 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to mix that together.
Do you mind if I do it?
No, go ahead.
I love whisks, but not as much as spatulas, but whisks are also awesome.
Well, they have the whisks now with the spatula sides. Did you know that?
Not spatula sides. I have a silicone one.
Well, no, but they do have ones with
Oh my
sides.
goodness.
Yes, I think I saw them the other day on the internet.
I am headed straight to Google.
Well, what we're going to do right now is we're going to do the wet part of it, which is an egg. And I'm going to beat that egg a little bit before we add the rest of our stuff.
Do you have anyone in this town who has chickens?
My brother has chickens, yes. I think we've talked about that. And I have
I don't remember it.
2/3 cup of milk. And I have 1/3 cup of oil. Just going to mix that together.
So this one is oil-based, so we'll have a thinner batter if you're... Maybe
It
that's why
actually
we're
is,
using...
it's actually not a thin batter at all.
Oh, it isn't.
No. It's actually kind of messy.
So how did you decide whether you're going to use a whisk or the mixer? Is it because the mixer's dirty?
No. That is a good reason, though. No, it just, you would rather use a whisk, but when you have a butter-based batter like the, sorry, hold on.
Earlier today we made some
Yes.
lemonade cupcakes.
The lemonade cupcakes
And they had
is
butter.
butter-based.
Mhm.
It's more of a cookie, you know, like most of your cookies. And I like to make my cookies in, you know, of course, in a mixer. Sorry,
okay.
in a mixer. Yes, I would rather not beat cookies by hand.
I was reading the recipe and I saw you're going to put flour on
Yes.
these ahead of time. So
Yes.
I thought, why? You already got flour in here.
Yes, I have about a tablespoon of flour, and you're just going to stir it up and kind of coat the berries. And what this does is it lets them stay suspended in your batter when they bake instead of dropping to the bottom.
Oh, I wondered about that.
Now we're just going to gently fold these in.
I wonder if that'd be a good way to color your flour too. See how pretty it is over there?
Oh, yes.
Oh, it looks good. It looks like you're being gentle though.
Yes, you don't want to turn it to purple batter. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a dozen cupcake tin right here, and it will actually make about 8 jumbo muffins if you want to make jumbo muffins. But since I don't have a jumbo pan, we're just going to do some regular size.
Will you have to cook it longer if it is a jumbo size?
Yes, you just do the toothpick test.
Okay.
Stick the toothpick in the middle, and when it comes out clean, they'll be done.
Well, easy enough.
This will fill about 2/3 full.
They smell really good.
I love blueberry muffins.
Since they have blueberries in them, it's like getting a serving of fruit. Don't
Well-
think about the sugar.
Yeah. And then after we get these in, we're going to do a streusel top, which is just
Are you going to put it on before or after it bakes?
before it bakes.
Okay. Do you want to know what kind of things I made in a cupcake? It's
Yeah.
not related to this.
Sure.
Although it's kind of breakfasty like this. I put pancake batter in cupcake, plain old pancake batter, and then crumbled some bacon in it. And then made a buttercream frosting and put maple syrup in it and some more bacon. And we made pancake cupcakes.
It's little pancake muffins.
It sounds kind of gross, but they were awesome.
Well, anything's maple syrup and pancakes, and
Yeah.
you got to have bacon with that.
And
so.
buttercream frosting. That could make even liver good, probably.
Maybe. Well, we're going to make this streusel top, and I have about 3 tablespoons of butter. The recipe called for a quarter cup, but it almost made it too runny.
Okay.
So I just put 3 tablespoons. Then I have half a cup of sugar. Dump that in. I have a 1/3 cup of flour. And 1 teaspoon of cinnamon.
Flour, sugar, cinnamon, butter. Easy enough.
And a lot of streusel toppings have oatmeal. You could probably put a little oatmeal instead of all that flour. It would taste really good. And you're just going to cut the butter in. If you have a pastry cutter, you can use it. Most of the time, a fork works just as well. Some people use 2 knives. I've never learned how to do that.
Oh, that reminds me of having your eyebrows threaded. Have you ever had that done?
No, I haven't.
Have you heard of it, though?
I have. I have heard of it.
It sounds like you'd take the same kind of technique where they go zoom, zoom, zoom through your eyes.
I've never actually seen it happen.
Pluck your eyebrows with thread. Who's done it?
I'm stuck in the kitchen most of the time, so I don't get to do fun stuff like that. Okay, so that's we want the butter to be about pea size. We don't want big chunks of butter, or it will melt over the top of the muffin.
Ooh, put a big chunk on mine.
You'll have a nice crunchy muffin top.
You know how sometimes at the store they have like crystals of sugar? I wonder what kind of sugar that is. Do you think it's
They actually
turbinado?
have large sanding sugar, and and Walmart carries it. You find it in the cookie aisle. But yeah, you should always, if you're making muffins, if you don't put a streusel top, always sanding sugar. Oh yeah. So we're just gonna dump a little bit on each muffin. It's not very graceful, but.
Now, are you going to cook these the same as your cupcakes, 325?
These are actually at 350
okay.
for about 20 minutes.
Or until the cake tester comes out.
That's right. And that's just for the normal size. I'm not sure with the jumbo. You might actually have to turn the oven up a little bit.
That one is going to be tastiest.
See, I told you this isn't very graceful, but it turns out great.
That is going to make a mess on your pan.
Well, you can wipe it off before you put it in the oven. Yeah, you don't want cooked sugar all over the top of your pan. That would not be good.
I'm going to tell you something about those pancake cupcakes. You had to spray even the paper with Pam before you did. Those stuck like crazy. If you missed a spot on the paper, it just tore the part of your cupcake off. That was kind of sad. I'll try not to talk about other food while we're simply enjoying blueberries.
Well, it's still a breakfast muffin.
But these would probably be great with bacon in them too.
Oh yeah. You're one of the bacon fans.
We were at a family party and someone made bacon and they just dipped it in chocolate.
I've heard of that. Right?
It was Doyle's sister, if you must know.
Have you heard of covering it in brown sugar? You cook it and then you put it in brown sugar and then you put it in the oven and let the brown sugar melt over the bacon.
Well, his niece actually puts little smokies wrapped in bacon and then covers it in brown sugar and bakes them. Holy cow, awesome.
Okay, my arteries just hardened just a bit. Just listening to that sounds awesome.
Don't make me feel guilty, it was delicious.
Oh, I bet. All right.
Wow, I thought
So
that was going to be way too much, but you got it on there, most of it.
Most of it. You want to put a lot on there. So I'm going to go clean my pan and put them in the oven, 350 for about 20 minutes.
Okay, we'll be right back. Are they done?
They are done.
Okay, what do we got
And they're
here?
done and they're cooled.
Awesome. How long did you have to bake them?
We baked them for about 20 minutes at 350.
Well, because sometimes you tell us you change the temperature,
Yes,
so I just wanted to make sure.
Definitely.
I'm going to pick, do you want one too, or just me?
I think I'm okay, thank you.
She always makes me take the fall. I feel like the King's Taster. Wow, I'm glad you suggested the fork because this thing is exploding on me already.
And there's a lot of blueberries. We put an extra amount of blueberries in.
Because you just didn't want any left over?
Well, no, I think it's really good with extra blueberries. Plus, it's your fruit for the day.
That's right. That's why it's breakfast and not a snack. You know, the streusel topping's my favorite.
Yes. It has a lot of extra sugar in it, which you could also use brown sugar instead of white sugar. And it would add almost a caramel flavor, probably.
Look how heavy it is with the blueberries. You're right. They're delightful. Wonder if you put sugar on the blueberries instead of flour.
I think that would probably work too. We should try that.
I think we should coat the blueberries in the streusel topping. No, no, there's plenty of streusel topping, truly. Very good. I'm having trouble swallowing. But it's very, very good. I love it. I love the brightness of the blueberries, and I love that burst of sweetness on the top of the streusel. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
Be sure and try it at home. We'll see you next time on Local Flavor.